Good evening, brothers and sisters. We're getting started a little early. For those that are ready to come in, we got, I guess, another 2 minutes. We have a lot going on, a lot to talk about. It's happening in our nation and in our world. So, we've got to get ready for hell to bust wide open. We got to get ready for hell to bust wide open. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So we are getting black nationalist armies, the true ones, not these fakes. We got a lot of fakes out there. Fake brothers and sisters that won't protect their family, won't protect their friends, won't protect anybody. Ain't gonna kill nothing and ain't gonna let nothing die. So we are on alert. We're at Amber right now. We are at Amber. We're at DEFCON 5. We are ready and have to be ready because this enemy is killing us. This enemy is killing us. I want you to excuse me tonight because my allergies are acting up. So I may blow my nose on set. But main thing is that we're all here together tonight because we realize that we're all in the same bag and we're all in the same boat. You and I are in the same bag, and you and I are in the same boat. And it doesn't matter where you turn, where we turn. This devil is killing us. He's killing us. And we can't keep going docile. So we have the units around, the African American Defense League. All praises be to God. We're in every state. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that because it doesn't take many of us to make a stand or to do something important. There are those that have taken the oath to be an army of one. This is how we get individuals around so fast that in every 50 states, I can guarantee you that we have one individual in the African American Defense League that is in the cities of those states. We have worked hard from 1986 to 2014 to 2016 to 2018 and to 2020. And by the time we got to 2020, we had enough soldiers in every state and one soldier at least in every city in those states is what we work toward. So your main cities we have groups, successful militia groups in those areas. And we worked a long time to do this. And this is what I'm putting before you today, putting before you now, is that we have no alternative, none whatsoever. We have to now activate. We have to now activate these units, and we have activated them and activated the individuals running these units to tell them to any threat, any white threat that we have out there, to move on it. We would rather see our brothers and sisters alive than to see them dead. We would rather see them alive. So, brothers and sisters, now it's the time has come. We're not talking to the fake militias. You have a lot of fake militia groups out there, not the fake ones. The fake ones give their location. They talk about how many people they have in their groups. They march with guns. They're not going to do anything. This is the white man. This is his distraction. Those groups are the white man's distraction. I want you to know that. And he has you distracted. He has you distracted. And this goes from the top on down. From the top on down. What am I saying? The white man will never put anyone in front of you that's black, that he hasn't paid up, that he can buy out, or anybody that's not going to sell out. This is a fact. So you name a black leader that's not catching hell for standing up for the people, and I'll tell you someone who is an agent or a plant. Proof of which, anytime in this country, the white man has a leader that has been in the movement, his movement, because it's not in our movement, it's in his movement when he hires them. He injects them in our movement, and they've been around for some 60 to 70 plus years. You already know that he is an agent, because if he wasn't effective, or rather if he wasn't effective for them, he would already be dead. He would already be dead. You name the leader. I know what comes to mind. I know who comes to mind. I know who comes to mind when you talk about leadership in the black community. Who is the most fearless leader? And I'm treading some water now. And I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. Any black leader who you hold as a threat to the establishment, and he's been around some 60 to 80 years, he's an agent. You have to understand that. The white man is not going to have anybody effective around. He's not going to do it. It won't happen. And I'm telling you, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. If he's not effective in the black community and is made to look effective, then you got yourself a homegrown plant from the COINTELPRO, counterintelligence position the FBI and CIA have sent out. Now, take Louis Farrakhan, for instance. Excuse me. I hope you're all right. Minister Louis Farrakhan has been around some 60 to 80 years. He looked effective, seemed effective, but his history, he has a builded history. And his builded history rests upon him getting Minister Malcolm X killed, him misrepresenting the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, him disputing with Huey P. Newton, who he came to arms with in 1971. And I want you to check this. I want you to check it, because I want to give this history to all the real revolutionaries out there. We have an army effective in 50 plus 3 states. That's the truth. And we have army of ones in the city of those states. That's the truth. But we need other black nationalists, other individuals that are willing to stand out and protect the community. It's not hard for us. Not hard for us. You only have 3 commands, and if you keep your post, remember your general orders, and not leave your post until properly relieved, then you can do this job. What is your post? Your post is your home. Your post is your church. And your post is anywhere you are where black people are. That's it. It's not hard to join. We don't have to jump through hoops to join the organization to tell you to protect yourself. As a matter of fact, your only initiation is that you begin to protect yourself. That's it. That's it. You can learn the 10-point program. which talks about us getting equality as individuals, running our own show instead of going to that white man. You can know your duty, protect yourself and protect your loved ones. Protect yourself and protect your brothers and sisters. That's it. And you can become faithful to that duty. There's nothing hard behind it. There's nothing difficult behind it. No hoops to jump through, because when you talk about black nationalism, your only initiation is the fact that you're black. We don't want any whites involved. They can help us, but they can't join us. You can help us, you owe us. But you can't join us. The only way you can help us is by getting out of our way. That's it. So we can't, no whites will be able to join this institution. And wait, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Well, Minister Farrakhan said that one day white Muslims will be able to join the Nation of Islam. Well, they'll join his Nation of Islam, which is Islam, but they'll never join Islam. They will join Islam, which is his Nation of Islam, but they will never join Islam. And they will never join a black nationalist organization, not a real one. So when I see these counterintelligence agents, they have the white man there while they're shooting on rifle ranges, that's suspect. It's suspect. Well, how are you going to be a black nationalist organization with the very enemy that you're fighting is standing right there beside you? And you may say to me, well, I don't know if they're enemy or not. You may say that. You might say it. But if you had 1 million bees, this is the best way I can explain it. Because many of you said, well, I got white people that are friends of mine. And that may be true. I don't believe it, but that don't mean it's not true. It may be true to you. But if you had 1 million bees coming in front of you, 1 million bees, 1 million bees, and somebody told you, said, brother, I know those bees seem dangerous, but you got 1,000 bees among those million that's not dangerous. It behooves me to be aware of all the bees, not just the ones with stingers, even the ones without stingers. I'd be a fool to search through these bees trying to find the one that doesn't have stingers, and for the ones that have the stingers to kill me. And I'm just being plain with you. So, no, I don't believe that every white man is practicing racism, but I believe that every white man is racist. I believe that. And that's been proven, because you're raised in a system of democracy that is built on the premises of white racism. And so the white man has privilege. He has privilege in this democracy. Now, you look at the man that was in the Buffalo killing. I want you to just think with me for a while. Here this fellow was in this Buffalo killing. He walked out. He did nothing different. White folks have been killing us. They killed us in broad daylight. The last one they killed was Breonna Taylor after they killed George Floyd. But these devils, the new devils, young devils, are walking into grocery stores killing us. They had another man, Dylan Roof, young man, walked into the church, black church, defenseless black people, because that's what these cowards do, and walked in and shot them all dead. So you had 9 dead, now you got 10 and 3 wounded. And not only that, brothers and sisters, there's 190 mass killing against black folks around America today, and I want you to check this. I want you to check it to see if I'm telling the truth. And nothing has been done about it. They'll blow up one instance and not tell you the whole truth. So that should tell you that the media is guilty too. It's all on the same team. All on the same team. Who runs the media? The white man. Who runs it? The white man. Do you have a running media? We have a few running media, but we don't have very many. We don't have very many. And even in those media stations, our technology is not as advanced as the technology is of the devils who have had the companies longer. And this is a fact. So there are those now, whether you believe it or not, There are those now saying, well, he's talking about killing and he's talking about racism. I'm not talking about killing. I'm talking about self-defense. Self-defense. This man is out killing you. You be a fool to not defend yourself. You be a fool. But there are those right now, excuse me, saying that this brother is violent. Wasn't he tied to the Texas killing and things like that? I wasn't tied to it. I'm only telling people to defend themselves. I'm telling people to defend themselves. Black brothers and sisters, defend yourself. Defend your family. Defend your wives, your children. Have some dignity and some dicks and defend yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you're a man, a real black man, you'll defend your family. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not anything foreign. I'm not saying anything foreign to anyone. I'm telling you to defend your family. Because we can't wait on frauds and fakers in the black nationalist movement and fraud ministers, both Christian, Muslim, and otherwise, to give the word for us to defend ourselves. We can't do it. We'll be dead ducks waiting on these brothers to tell us to defend ourselves. And they're sending out fakes like Tamika Mallory, hyping the people up. Al Sharpton, paid by the white man, hyping the people up. Hyping them up. You got lawyers that say they want justice, getting paid on the payroll. And our people are dead. Our people's lives are worth money that sit in these lawyers' bank accounts. They don't plan for a better day. Not ready to truly defend our people, because how can you get justice from a legal system? That's all I want to know. When the white man runs the legal system, you may arrest a few and put them in jail for the evil that they're doing. But what about the mass majority? George Zimmerman has yet to be arrested. This man has just sold a gun for $250,000 that killed Trayvon Martin. He is literally parading this killing. America could have done something about it. They could have done something about it, but they didn't do anything about it. They didn't do anything about it. Tell me why. Tell me why. What is the mystery with George Zimmerman and his killing versus the other killings? I don't get it. I don't get it. But I do know that a black man's wife and a black man's life isn't worth much. I know that. And they're even killing the times. They're even killing the times. Now, Louis Farrakhan talked about his life was in danger. Louis Farrakhan said that his life is in danger. From who? He've often talked about us that somebody will send somebody to kill him. Talking about his black people. Because they're telling us that he had Malcolm killed. Well, you said you had Malcolm killed. They didn't have to tell us. You said every day, and then you bragged about it. But now that you're looking like an agent and a murderer, you put doubt and disbelief in the black community. And you start to talk about unity, because you know the minute you tell black people to get guns, they may do the business. And that's a fact. It's time out for us to let these charlatans, cutthroats, liars, deceiver, and confusion makers roam in our community, offering our people up. I don't care who they are. It's time out for it. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to fight. It's time for us to pull out our weapons and defend ourselves, defend our families. I'm sick of seeing prayer vigils. I'm sick of seeing these devils telling us to get along, to go along. I'm sick of it. And go along to get along. I can't take it anymore. I'm tired of it. So I tell you to defend yourself. I tell you to defend yourself. It's your job and your duty to defend who you are. I hope you're all right, because I'm going to take my time tonight and tell you some things you probably don't want to hear, but you need to hear. Pretty soon in America, they'll be dropping bombs on us because fools don't know how to protect and defend themselves. And you got black brothers and sisters in these government organizations that will see something going on and won't speak out about it because they think that they're the exception. They think that they're the exception. While there are being black polices that are being killed every day, literally being killed every day, in police uniform by their white counterparts. That's a fact. So you are no exception. You are no exception. And you have to know that. You have to know that you are no exception just because you work along with the white man. You're no exception. He don't love you any more than me, and he don't hate you any less than he hates me. That's a fact. When we came to this land, you have to understand this. You got to understand it. We came to this land. We came as slaves. When we came to this land, we came to keep the land, to make it produce so that this man could survive. I want you to really, really listen and hear what I'm saying. You were put here. You were put here, brought to this land because the white man didn't know how to farm it. He didn't know anything about science. He didn't know anything about horticulture, didn't know anything about husbandry, and didn't know anything about farming and producing with cattle or things like that. He didn't know anything about it. The man couldn't even feed himself. He was busy, involved in cannibalism. He was eating his own people. This is a fact. Living in the ground, living in caves. If you don't believe this, all you got to do is look up cave cities of Europe. And you'll look it up and you'll find out how the man was living, why he was there, and why he's has an affect against or affect to rock buildings, stone buildings. I want you to research this. So he knows everything about rock and mud because he comes out of these caves, but he knows very little about agriculture. So much so that he is cloning food that is giving you and I cancer. Nothing about fresh food. Nothing whatsoever. He's only been farming for the last 90 years. He really don't know anything about farming. He had us to do that, and we did it without all the technical equipment that he has. We did it without blood, sweat, tears, and knowledge of agri-science. Telling you, biggest trick that's been put on you is that you don't know math and science. The biggest trick that's been put on you is to believe that the white man wants to be your friend. Why he don't want to be your friend? Why can't you see that? You should be on guard every time a white man or a white woman or white child come into your community. You don't know if you're going to be killed that day or not. That's the reason we build the African American Defense League. That's the reason. Because you just don't know. You don't know when the day or the hour will come when this devil will decide to shoot you. And anytime they kill you, they're always talking insanity. Anytime they kill you, they'll say, well, he's having mental issues. You know, if we went in a room, I would ask how many people have had a bad mental day. You probably get over half the room to raise their hand, if not all, if they're being honest. You and I have bad days. We're not going out trying to kill anyone. So it's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. That kid should have been dead the minute he raised that arm. Gendron should have been dead. That kid should have been dead the minute He raised that weapon. He should have been dead. But the police took him alive. And they've killed so many blacks until I've lost count. If he was a black man in a white neighborhood, they would have brought him dead. He would have been dead before he got in the car. And these devils, that's what I'm telling you, they respect white racist militias. The police does because they're the ones that's commissioning these groups. That's a fact. Now, just on Facebook, after this kid had did the killing, there was a police officer on Facebook mocking the people that had been killed. What does that tell you? What does it tell you, brothers and sisters? It tells you that the man don't give two rat tails about your life. He could care less. He could care less. And you and I are in danger. Literal danger. Our children are in literal danger. And if we don't learn to fight back now, there are those of us that fight back. The mass majority of us believe in this American dream. Why we live an American nightmare every day. Believing in white Jesus. Here, you know, you never had a white man to be born in Ethiopia, Palestine of Ethiopia. And I mean, even if he was white when he was born, he wouldn't be white after he was born. This is a fact. It's so hot over there. But it's just plain foolishness. Plain foolishness. You hear this man and dupe you into thinking that God is white and dupe you into thinking that Jesus is white. And by doing that, since they're not black, every time you see Jesus or white picture of Jesus, then you're investing in the knowledge of white nationalism because you won't believe if you don't see a black God in front of you or black Jesus in front of you, then you'll believe that the white man is God. And that's the knowledge that's been given to you the entire time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If your self-esteem is low, it's low because you don't believe that you're anybody. If you don't grab a gun to defend yourself, it says a lot about how you feel about your life. And I've never seen any murderer that hasn't killed anyone just because they're peaceful. Or not killing one because they're afraid to die. Doesn't matter to a murderer. Where is Farrakhan in all of this? All of this time, when he could have been, could have easily been preparing the black man for war. He got Muslims out picking up roses and flowers. He's got Muslims out picking up roses and flowers. And talking about the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that some white men would make it. Using the message to the black man in a deceptive way. Muhammad said the white man is the devil, period. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the white man is the devil, period. He's proven to you every day that he's the devil. And it's hard for me to understand because I don't understand it. There's nothing you can do to make me understand it. Why black people continue to stroke the ego of white folks. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, brothers and sisters. Now you see this man that's killing you. You see it with your own eyes. With your own eyes. And the same man killed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The white man killed him right before our eyes. Killed Minister Malcolm X right before our eyes. Which tells you that he don't want any strong black nationalist leader telling black folks to stand up for themselves, defend themselves, and be independent. He wants black folks subservient so he could kill you, hoodwink you, lead you astray, and run you amok all the days of your life. Where is Farrakhan? Where is Farrakhan? You won't find him because he's an agent for the white man that has been making you and I, as black Muslims and black Christians, docile so that we won't defend ourselves against the white man. He had Malcolm X killed, hasn't answered for it. Other black ministers in the Muslim movement had them killed, hadn't answered for it. He befriended James Best. The same man that shot Khalid Muhammad was implicated in the death of Minister Malcolm X in 1965. No answers. This same James Best killed his own brother, his own blood brother. And I want you to check it for the record just to be sure. In 1965, killed his own brother. They arrested the man for murder and released him the same day. Arrested him for murder and released him the same day. He never went to jail. What black man in America and otherwise can kill someone and get released by the white devil? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. So, brothers and sisters, I'm letting you know that a trick, a heavy trick has been played on us. An illusion has been cast. And we've had before our eyes the most amazing magic trick that anyone has ever performed. For anyone to believe that Louis Farrakhan is on the side of the people and is willing to organize the people to fight the enemy. Don't wait on him. He'll never give the word. Now, he'll tell you to kill other black people. Proof of which, James Best shot Khalid Muhammad in 1994. After he was ousted out of the nation, James Best was named a friend of Louis Farrakhan. The man was never arrested. The white police, white devils, protected him from a stump out contest when he shot Khalid Muhammad. They got him away from us. I'm letting you know, brothers and sisters, I'm being plain. I'm being plain. One of the most fierce organizations in the world has been dwindled down from defending our nation into a bunch of rose pickers under Louis Farrakhan. Under Louis Farrakhan. Anybody that will speak out, like Silas Muhammad, a fierce warrior for God, they won't even put camera time on it because they want you and I to believe that the Nation of Islam is dead. They want you and I to believe that black nationalism is dead. Same Farrakhan was against Huey Newton. 1971. 1971, he brought Muslims for war against Huey Newton in a private meeting. 1971. And it was about to be a bloodbath in there until he came to his senses that he couldn't win. I'm just letting you know this is the truth. This is the truth. He had trouble with Newton again in 1986. Finally, in August 22nd of 1989. That's the correction. August the 22nd in 1989. Huey is killed. Then, after he's killed, an organization come up called the New Black Panther Party. Now, they organized this organization because they had so many Panther chapters that were still active. So they had to throw a wrench in it, a distraction. So they brought up the New Black Panther Party organized by Aaron Michaels. You don't hear Farrakhan say anything against Aaron because it wasn't a fierce organization until Dr. Khalid Muhammad got in it. The same Khalid Muhammad that was ousted from the nation that made a massive military militia, massive black militia that would prove itself, that would go into areas for defense, and it was the fastest growing chapters that they've experienced around the nation since the Black Panther Party. So then, then you see Minister Louis Farrakhan say something against the new Black Panther Party. He said that the new Black Panther Party was full of agents. Well, you know the agents that started it, because they're getting paid by the same people that's paying him. So after Dr. Khaled is shot, Minister Farrakhan doesn't say anything to Dr. Khaled. After Dr. Khaled is shot, he won't even visit Dr. Khaled. I'm telling you that because Dr. Khaled Muhammad, when he was over the African American Defense League in 1986, I was there. When he was in the Nation of Islam, I was there. When he was ousted, I was there, and I still serve as his private inner circle. So what I tell you is the truth, and you can check this. You can check it. You can find the same information yourself. So another agent is dropped inside of this organization, Malik Zulu Shabazz. And they had to get rid of Dr. Khaled because Farrakhan couldn't have somebody that was really concerned about black people like Khalid Muhammad because it reminded him too much of Minister Malcolm X. Reminded him too much of Minister Malcolm X. As a matter of fact, we wouldn't even be listening to Minister Farrakhan if it hadn't been for Dr. Khalid Muhammad in the second semester and the first semester of his life in the nation, if it hadn't been for Minister Malcolm X. That's the reason that you and I will even listen to Farrakhan. Other than that, we wouldn't be listening to him. Because he changes up so much until he can become unpopular with the people. Proof of which, if you look at him, you'll see how he's been responsible for the death of black nationalist leaders. And two of the greatest that ever came through, three of the greatest that ever came through. He was attached to those deaths and attached to countless others. I write about it in my book, Manic Aggressive Personality Disorder. I write about it in the book, Manic Aggressive Personality Disorder 2. I write about it in the book, Black Rage 2. I write about it in the book, Who Killed Minister Malcolm X and Why Was He Killed? Farrakhan is implicated as a messy message carrier. As a messy message carrier. Wallace Waradeen Muhammad was another agent. Gordon Parks, the great photographer, was another agent sent in by the white man. And Parks himself wasn't even a Muslim. Then after they killed Minister Malcolm, they killed the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He was poisoned, and Farrakhan admits this in his speeches. He knows it. And the only time he admitted it is when they gave him poison. That's what he says. He thought that his white financiers had turned on him and poisoned him when he had that cancer. And they left those seeds in him. You remember when he was worried about those seeds being in his prostate. And so he said that they were trying to kill him. And he began to tell everything. And the minute he began to tell everything, that you saw him that he was getting better. Because he was going to reveal everybody that was involved. You got to understand what's going on, brothers and sisters. And why am I telling you this? Why am I talking about Minister Louis Farrakhan? I'm telling you this because the white man will never have anyone in front of you that is effective in helping you get freedom, helping you get justice, helping you get equality, and helping you organize successful self-defense units. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. It's just a game. He gave us Barack Obama. I knew that was a game. I'd rather help him as a demon than to help a devil get elected. But we knew it was a game. We knew it the entire time. The entire time. It was a cosmetic fix, a politically cosmetic fix for black people because they were losing control of us and many of us were ready to go to war. And that's a fact. And to tell you how much power a black man got when he's trying to run a white plantation. Barack Obama, in the killings, didn't even stand up for Trayvon Martin when he was killed. The media even criticized him for it. They criticized him for it. Wouldn't even stand up for Trayvon Martin. Then there was a killing of Kajini Powell, Mike Brown, Alton Sterling, Breonna Taylor, many more. Freddie Gray, the man wouldn't even stand up. The man would not stand up because he understood the game, and we understood that it didn't have any power. You got to understand that. And Farrakhan is the same way. He's a cosmetic fix for you to look at. But he's getting old, and they can't even keep him alive anymore. What is going to happen when he dies? What are the Muslims going to do? Many of them have been made docile, brothers and sisters. Trying to tell you. The military group for black folks through the Muslim movement under Louis Farrakhan has been made docile. You can't wait for him to give the word because he ain't got no word to give. And anytime you got trouble going on and they come to him and come to the rest of these clowns that are standing up as fake phonies and frauds, they ask the question, you know what's going on? And they'll tell you, boss, I didn't start it, so I can't stop it. And so right now, they can't bring Farrakhan or nobody else out. Can't do it. They can't do it because a lot of the leaders they have are too old and people are tired of them. And I'm so sick of seeing Al Sharpton. He looks sick and scrawny. I wonder if he's eating. They probably got him on a leash and won't give him any food. And he's looking sick. He's looking sick. And it's a shame. It's a shame. He is literally looking sick. Nothing that he can do. Minister Farrakhan is too old to organize us to fight for ourselves and give the word. There's nothing he can do. Because the man that he'll be working against is the man that he's working for, and you all know along with me, there's no way you can work for the man and work against the man. You can't do it. You can't do it. So we have to fight for ourselves, brothers and sisters. We have to fight for ourselves. We have in America, in all 50 states plus 3, we have the African American Defense League, but you can always join, no matter where you are. The only thing we ask you to is protect your family, your homes. It's not hard. It's not hard. If you're a woman, you protect your children. If you're a man, you protect your children. Get a gun. It's not hard. You don't have to go to any scrimmages or go across the nation or anything like that. It's very, 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 very easy. You can stay right in your home and be a part of the African American Defense League and defend your family. That's not hard. You should be doing that anyway. You should be doing that anyway. That way, if you get used to defending your family, then when you go to the grocery markets and your churches and a white man comes in and you're already armed, you ain't got to worry about him. All the churches should be armed. That's right. That's right. The churches should be armed. The deacons in the church should carry arms to make sure that when one of them devils come in the church, blow his head off, blow a hole in his heart, chop off his head. Yes. Yes, give him what he came for. Give him what he came for. Give him some real religion. The kind of religion Mom and Pa used to talk about. And you start defending yourself, you won't have to worry about the white man coming in the church is killing you. This is a fact. This is a fact. So you've got to start defending yourself. You've got to start defending yourself. You have no choice. He's not going to stop killing you. And I'm sick and tired of sitting back and traveling across the country and seeing our people laying in the street. I saw Mike Brown lay in the street for 8 hours. without any help and any assistance with a sheet over him, after the devil that killed him drove off and left him there. Where's the justice? You can't pay enough money for a life. A life is more than $1 billion if they gave it. And here they are. It's crazy because America has started this kill culture. That's what I call it. It's a kill culture in America where you can be killed and parents will get paid. And I want you to listen to this. You can get killed and parents get paid and people forget about it. Forget about their life. Forget about the movement and all of that. Only in America. Only in America. And I don't understand it. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. Because how much money can you pay for a life that you've taken? I don't understand that. Excuse me, brother and sister. I don't understand it. How much money can you pay for taking your brothers and sisters' life? I don't understand that. And part of the design is for black brothers and sisters to kill one another. That's part of the design. The white man's design, that's part of his design for you and I to kill one another. You got to understand that and know it. And since we're not killing each other fast enough, they're sending out young devils to do the job. This is part of their initiation into the Aryan Nation and into the Ku Klux Klan and all of that, other white militias. It's part of it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This white man doesn't care anything about you, doesn't care anything about me or anyone. He doesn't. And in America, you have to understand that this is one of the biggest plantations on the globe. It is huge. It's a plantation nonetheless. It's a plantation. It wasn't meant to make you free. It wasn't built to give you equality. This man built this country to get free labor and cheap labor off your back so that he could become a corporate giant. And this is what he's done. Proof of which, you look at Walmart. Look at Walmart. Walmart is one of the wealthiest organizations in the world. Wealthy. One of the wealthiest organizations in the world, Walmart is, and their prices are skyrocketing. The prices in Walmart are skyrocketing. Why? They don't care anything about you. These are money makers. The gas prices are high. Does the wealthy care about you? No. These are money makers, and you need gas, and they know it. And when the system is on crunch, and this system is falling, you literally headed for a crash that has already happened in the stock market. And these devils are still going to make all the money that they can make off of you. Instead of donating food to you, it'd be too human to do that. So they're going to make money off of you. I'm telling you that you're in a fix and you're trapped, double trapped, and triple trapped. Everywhere that you look, you're trapped. Because you can't get no justice from the man. You can't get no peace from the man. He ain't going to give it to you. You ain't going to get it. The only peace you're going to have is the peace that you take and wear on your breeches, wear on your pants, put in your purse. And I'm not talking about P-E-A-C-E. I'm talking about P-I-E-C-E. And if you learn to pick up that peace, you'll get some peace. The other thing you need is your God. While you got your gun, you need to get your God. And I don't care if you're in a Christian church or the Muslim temple. I don't care where you are. You better learn it and learn it fast. That if you don't take charge of your life and the life that God gave you, that these devils will take it and will keep singing kumbaya, and will keep sliding up to you, acting like they feel sorry for it, when in fact and truth, they're doing nothing but rejoicing every time a black life is taken. I don't care how much they apologize. I don't care how much they say they're sorry for it and we're one. You'll never be one with the white man. This devil put you in slavery. It's the same devil that's causing you hell every day. The same devil that's raising the prices, causing you to lose your home. This devil kidnapped you, brought you to this country, worked you for free labor, have given you no reparations when they're able to do it. The man won't even let you leave the country without a passport. And you know what that means? Let me translate that for you. Let me translate that and tell you what that means. That means that you're his property, and anywhere you go, you're going to have his permission to get there. That's what it means. That's what it means. You can't even leave this country without his permission because you are a slave. Same rules don't apply to white people that it applies to you because you're a 21st century slave. That ain't nothing but a slave. Nothing but a slave. In the Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, I believe it is, or Article 1, Section 2. You're counted as 3/5 of a person. 3/5 of a free person. So white people are free, you're counted 3/5. That hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. You see? But you've been so hoodwinked, and the wool has been pulled over your eyes so strongly until you actually believe that you're free when you're not. Brothers and sisters, you're not free. And you'll never be free. That's just the way that it is. That's the way that it is. And it's sad. It really is sad. So sad that you can't even see it in this late date. That's sad. That's sad. It's sad that when I begin to speak of these things, that the white man would tell you that I'm violent and you believe it. That's sad, and he's killing you every day. I've never taken a life, never taken a limb, or anything like that. All I tell you to do is stand up for yourself and defend yourself, which is your right under the Constitution of the United States, the Second Amendment. And the white man will tell you, say, well, you know, he's violent. And they'll tell you, they'll say, well, isn't that the young brother that had something to do with the death in Texas? Had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there. Isn't that the young man that had something to do with the Alton Sterling? The white man killed Alton Sterling. I wasn't even there. Came to support both of those movements, but I wasn't even there. Well, wasn't he attached to Gavin Long when he went to Louisiana? Wasn't even there. But this is the man's trick. Man's trick. This is his trick. And he got black media people. Black media people spreading these lies. Spreading these lies for you and I to be divided against one another. But you and I to be divided, brothers and sisters, when we should be united against one another. United against a common enemy that is killing you and killing me every day. Anytime they kill a black person, they're killing you and I every day. And it's sad, brothers and sisters. It's so sad until it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the man has done so much evil against you until you should have some sense to understand that he's not on your side. But I understand what it is. You've been working and believing in that white Jesus till you're not even on your own side. You know, that white Jesus is worse than drugs. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. The white Jesus is worse than drugs. That's the worst powder you can put up your nose, white Jesus. Because he's more intoxicating than drugs and more intoxicating as drinks and beverages. Alcoholic drinks and beverages. I mean, he is intoxicating. The minute that they twist religion in your mind and make it useful for their own purposes, that's the worst kind of drugs and witchcraft that you ever experienced in your life. The worst kind. Here he is today, got you believing that you're the lowest on the totem pole when civilization started from Africa. And instead of giving you credit, he called you monkeys. It's a man that you're dealing with, I'm telling you. It's the one that you're dealing with. That white man called you monkeys, called you ignorant, and has all of these slogans for you, Negro and Negra. All these slogans, zebra, bee, bumblebee, colored, black. All of these slogan and token words that he give to you. Instead of calling you what you are, kings and queens of this earth that was put here to protect it and to protect one another against the devils of these planets. Here you were, you raised up mighty kingdoms in Africa. I mean, you got an internet now, so it's no excuse for you not to research how great you are and to see every day that even the man's own science, we're running that. We're running his medical science. We're running all the sciences in America. Vivian Johnson created the equation for the first successful space breakthrough and first successful astronaut landing, a black woman. Movie called Hidden Figures. Nobody knows. One of the first great computers of NASA was a black woman named Vivian Johnson. Nobody even knows. And these devils used her and wouldn't even let her use the white restroom. Trying to tell you what you're dealing with and you don't even know. You don't even know. And so these devils put demons in front of you, fakes, phonies, that have been around for the past 50 and 60 years. Ain't gonna kill nothing, ain't gonna let nothing die. As my grandfather used to say, they won't even bust a grape in a fruit fight. But you put your trust in them. Sad before Dr. Colley died that he had to admit that Farrakhan was nothing but a fake and a phony. I mean, the man won't even give the word. You got Muslim brothers and sisters that are being killed. I know it for a fact. The man won't even give the word for the people to save themselves. To save themselves. So, I know right now there are a lot of Muslims that are upset with me right now. Brothers upset. But there are just as many that are looking at Farrakhan with a slant. I mean, just imagine seeing white Muslims in the temple. I've seen it. Now, these brothers said they were black, but they don't look black. And I know a black man when I see it. And you'll probably say, well, why would they lie? Well, there was a white woman over the NAACP for years saying that she was black, was taking Mantan and tanning pills. And her parents came and blew out of the water when they said she was white. Brothers and sisters, wake up. Wake up, brothers and sisters. That's all. That's all I want you to do is wake up. So that you will know the truth. So that you'll know how to stand in this difficult hour. Today is kill or be killed. You got some people right now asking me the question, well, how can you be a believer and talk like that? It's because I'm a believer that I'm talking like this. Telling you to defend yourself. Why should you, and you have to ask yourself in your psyche, This is a word for the psyche. Why would you be against anyone telling you to defend yourself? Man, I tell you what, one of the worst things to see is a black man begging for justice from the same devils that's killing him every day. It was horrible. I saw Trayvon Martin's father. One of the worst things I ever seen with my own eyes was a black man crying in front of the courts, talking about George Zimmerman was bullying him or intimidating him. Here you are, a black man, one of the strongest men on the planet, talking about you afraid of some little fat, cross-eyed, dumpy white man intimidating you. Here's the man that killed your son. You got the money to get justice, but that is a cup that I'd have to drink from, because I would want his blood. I would want his blood. And not only that, but I imagine that I would want to chop his head off, roast it, and just consume his whole body, just to be sure that he's dead and he don't come back. I'm telling you, I would have to know that that devil's dead. And that seems right now, brothers and sisters, he's crazy. His brother's crazy. He's out of his mind. I'm not out of my mind. I love myself so much, and I love my people so much till to a coward, it seems crazy. To a coward, it would seem like I'm out of my mind, but I'm not out of my mind. I just don't like white people killing black people. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can wake up every day knowing that your life could be taken and not take the necessary precautions to protect it. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. You should know. I remember when these stimuluses come out and the SBA loans. You applied, you'd be foolish if you didn't apply, because they owe you that. But how many people actually got a stimulus loan? How many people actually got an employment income disaster loan, the EIDL loan? How many people actually got it that were black? You got the paycheck protection loan, and he went to his lengths to arrest you and put you in jail. Some people. They knew people needed money, but it was just a trap. It was a trap. This government doesn't care anything about you. You got to know that. Then they said they ran out of money for the EIDL loan. Many black businesses that needed it. And these are taxpayers' dollars. Why do you get it? It wasn't intended for you. It was intended for the white man. You got to know that. You got to know that. So this country is not fair. The country doesn't care anything about black people. You've got to learn it. And I pray, my desire, my prayer is that you know it, so that we could get together and pool our own resources with people who are really, really looking to be independent and free, people who are really looking to separate from this devil, as the Bible says, to come out from among her, oh my people, so that you could experience real freedom. But you'll never get it by sitting around waiting for this man to kill you. You'll never get it by following these fake, phony, fraudulent black militia organizations. And you'll never get it waiting for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to give the word. You say he's honorable, so I say that because you say it. But I think he's less than honorable because he's done so much evil that he has yet to answer for. Excuse me. I hope you're all right. But I don't understand I don't understand. We will yield our energies to protecting everything but ourselves. And I used to be dumb. I used to be that dumb, both spiritually, religiously, and otherwise, because I spent time in the United States military. No, I don't know what the hell I was thinking about. I know some of you are thinking that, so I'll go on and say it. But I was duped into believing, coming out of a middle-class family, that this nation truly cared about its people. Brothers and sisters, America doesn't care anything about you. Proof of which, you have a lot of homeless veterans on the streets. America promised them jobs. They gave the best years of their life. And they're homeless on the street. If it hadn't been for veterans helping veterans on the program, it would be even worse. But as the record states now, there are at least 50,000 homeless veterans. That's veterans and families on the streets. What does that mean to you and I? We need some land of our own to build a community of our own. We need that. He ain't going to give it to us. He's not going to give it to us. He ain't going to give you nothing. Ain't. So the best thing you can do is organize so you can build and make your own. Make your own housing unit. Make your own stores. Support your stores. Open up your stores in your home. You could have a candy store in your home. People have been doing it for years. People have been doing it for years. You get the next neighbor could sell meats in the next house. They're doing it for years. The next person can sell clothing and tennis shoes, so on and so forth. People have been doing it for years. Why not you? When you look at Walmart didn't start out the way that it is now. Start out in some kind of bargain barn. But look at it today. Look at Walmart today. It has more customers than it can literally handle. And they've gotten so greedy that they're creating self-checkouts. They do it for the people. They didn't do it for the people. They did it to cut down on the cost of cashiers. But they started out with great service. The minute they knew that you and I were in the habit of going, telling you what I know, then they began to have horrible service. And not only that, but they had horrible pay for the people. If the workers in Walmart had any sense, they could boycott it if they had the guts. They could boycott it and shut it down in 1 year. Literally shut it down. You get more black dollars in Walmart than any other institution in America. All of your dollars are going to white institutions. And you could shut them down if you had the guts. If you had the guts. They've had so much racist maltreatment in Walmart. I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I know that if I don't say it now, you'll be believing that Walmart is the greatest place in the world. Prices are going up. A carton of milk now costs about $3.50. Not a gallon, a carton. And I'm talking about almond milk. Now, those of you that drink cow milk, it's just as high. You want to make sure he get his money. Carton of eggs now is about $5 or $6. A box of crackers now is about $3 or $4. Chick crackers cost about $4.29. And so you can imagine that's just a few things, but they've raised things at least $3 and $4 and $5. Why, brothers and sisters? The man don't care nothing about you. The man don't care nothing about you. You would think that they would raise, for those that get them, food stamps. You would think that they would raise minimum wage. Inflation is high, it goes up, but your pay stays down. Why? Because the man don't care nothing about you. It's plain and simple. It's not good to hear, but it's good for you. It's not good to the mouth, but it's good for the belly. It may be bitter to the taste, but it's good for the belly. Because these are the things that's going to help you, brothers and sisters. Things that will help you wake up. You need to wake up. And those that are white, that are your friends, will help you if they're your friend. You say that they're your friends, so who am I to say anything against it? But proof is always in the pudding, and the devil is always in the details. You know, my grandmother used to tell me that the devil was always in the details. She said, if you listen and look long enough, you'll find the character of an individual. If you look and pay attention long enough. And you can't be defensive. I know some people have people as friends and they'll try to defend the friendship by defending the person. Why you can't do that? The only thing that will explain the friendship of an individual is their life and their lifestyle. It's in the doing. Love is in the doing. If somebody's truly your friend, they'll truly sacrifice. You won't have to worry about being at odds with them or anything like that. You got a lot of fair weather friends, a lot of selfish friends. And that's the white man. He's fair weather and he's selfish. You got some black people like that too. Some black that are like that too. But I just want to tell you to beware. Beware of the blacks and whites that are against you, brothers and sisters. You say the white man is your friend, so I say, just watch him. Just watch him. All friends need watching. It's not bad to watch a friend. You should be watching your friend. You should be observing all things. Isn't that what Jesus said? Observe all things I have told you, and lo, I am with you always. But observe, watch. Watch as well as pray. Why, if Jesus telling you that, you know you got to do it. If Jesus had to do it, you know you had to do it. If Muhammad had to do it, you know you have to do it. I tell you that the enemy is in the camp. You have many Farrakhan's, many levels of Farrakhan that's in the camp. They've been around a long time. Ain't going to kill nothing. Ain't going to let nothing die, brothers and sisters. Won't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Not going to do it. His son, Mustafa, I want to tell you this. Then I'm going to tell you that when Dr. Khaled died, Farrakhan wouldn't even see him, wouldn't even bury him. Wouldn't even bury him. This is the kind of leader that you're looking up to. One without integrity. One without integrity. It's a shame. It's a shame. Before Dr. Khaled died, he saw him 3 weeks. Made peace with him. Farrakhan made peace with Dr. Khaled. Dr. Khaled didn't do anything wrong. As a matter of fact, the speech that he was giving that got him ousted from the nation, he was defending Minister Farrakhan. But Farrakhan had been paid. He was an agent. And they had to remind him, look, got to get him out of the nation. We can't have him in the nation now. He's going to mess up everything that we're doing. Next thing you know, Dr. Khaled is out of the nation. Amazing. Amazing. Shot by James Best. Same James Best that was in the nation during the killing of Minister Malcolm X, the invisible shooter. The police grabbed James Best. After he shot Khaled, he received a stomping fist, and they was going to kill him. The brothers and sisters around there was going to kill him. And the police came to save a black man. Now, you know that was some stuff. You know that was some stuff. And after which, Farrakhan wouldn't even visit Dr. Khaled in the hospital bed. Didn't visit him until 3 weeks before he was assassinated through poisoning. So from 1993 to 2001, February 2001, February the 18th, 2001, Farrakhan went and visited Dr. Khaled. Malik Zulu Shabazz was acting funny. He started working against Dr. Khaled. Another agent. Him and Farrakhan are friends. Another agent. And I even seen Louis Farrakhan slap Malik Shabazz. Saw him slap him in the face. And I couldn't figure out the connection there. You got to understand that there has to be a connection. When a man has done that, there has to be a connection, some kind of connection. This is odd behavior, brothers and sisters. Odd behavior. And when people began to make funny moves, you got to take that stuff down. Now, when it happened, I saw it one way. And after that, I started to think about it. You see, I was duped. I was asleep. I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok within the nation for some time. But I always kept a loyalty to Dr. Khaled. So in my ignorance, even in my ignorance, due to my religious and spiritual sincerity, I never turned against Dr. Khaled. Never did. And I questioned a lot of things when I saw harm come to him, because I know for a fact that this was a good man. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was a good man and a God-sent man. So in all the appointments he gotten me, from interviewing Sister Betty X Shabazz to receiving a charter from Sister Ella Little Collins, the sister of Minister Malcolm X, to meeting the Malcolm X family and young Malcolm Shabazz and the work that we were all doing together, and to see Minister Farrakhan, come against somebody who was dedicated to Black nationalism. Had Dr. Khalid been alive, everybody would be armed with a gun, and he'd be marching all over this country, ready to defend Black brothers and sisters against these devils that are popping up everywhere. We don't have enough. Brothers and sisters. Enough warriors to do the damage that could be done. We don't have enough warriors to do what could be done against these devils. So I have committed myself, brothers and sisters, and those that we have in my organization, to commission you and your family, commission you to stand up and defend your family. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And contact me. I'll be looking in the message box. No matter, I've sent them all over the web. Contact me. Send message out and get instruction on what you can do. But more than anything else, get a gun and keep your Black God close. I pray that this interview has done something to help you. There are organizations out there that will be trying to get in touch with you. Sincere organization. My organization is a larger one. And be sending in information. We've created a pipeline that you're able to get to us. We're not broadcasting ourselves by marching through some city and putting our people on the front lines, getting them in danger. We wouldn't do that. There are overt movements and there are covert movements. And we need to be continually working in the shadows because we're best there. And we're better able to defend you there. and better able to teach you how to defend yourselves. We come to your town, your cities. We'll come in private, but you'll get the links. If we do it virtual, we'll come in, you'll get the links. And these are good from a lot of our tech people that can keep these things private and silent so that you will get the assistance that you need and want. We also have food drives. Create food drives in your community now so that you'll begin to eat. Start planning so that you'll begin to eat. Start studying, planting crops so that you'll begin to eat, because the stores are becoming very expensive. And now is the time for you to put those sciences in place. Brothers and sisters, purifying water through the sun. Basic water, you can purify, solar purification. All of this knowledge you can get from us, as well as physically defending yourself and learning about the weapon that you carry, the one of your choice, based on your weight and your size. So brothers and sisters, we'll be coming to you back and forth. I want to thank you all for listening. For those of you that will come in later and will see this review, I want to thank you, because I believe that we have what it takes through technology and every other thing that we have to organize our people for self-defense of themselves and their families. You should be protecting your family and not expecting any devil to protect you. He's the one that's killing you and sending the white nationalists in to kill you. The president on down will not defend you. You'll have to defend yourself. There's no difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. They're both white. They're both white. One is a fox and one is a wolf. So if you run out of the hand of the fox into the hand of the wolf, you're still not in a good position. The best thing to be is to be protected from the fox and the wolf by arming yourself against the devils that may come from either direction. In self-defense, defend yourself, brothers and sisters, your family, your wives, your husband, your children. And I would rather see you stand to live another day. I would rather see you alive than dead. These are the things I have to say to you. I appreciate you. I was glad to have put it out. And may God continue to bless and strengthen you and open your mind and your hearts for you to do what is necessary for your survival. And I say unto you, in the beginning, I come in peace and I go in peace. And I leave God with you and peace with you. The peace that the world can't give, but what God can give. Where are the rest of the rocks that go inside that?